Good morning, everyone. Me and my teammates are going to present the topic radio advertisement. The presenters are Prathamesh Salvi, Kanishka Jain, Prathamesh Jadhav, Saif Ali Khan. Yes, next slide, please. Kanishka, next slide. Yeah. So, radio advertisement is a fantastic way to grow your business, increase your brand awareness, and generate sales. If you are interested in finding out the fundamentals of radio advertisement and learn the ways to conquer common challenges such as how to choose the correct station, the cost involved, which radio advertising formats will suit your brand, or how to simply begin the process, we've got you covered. So the birth of radio advertisement. The history of radio advertising is began almost 100 years ago when businesses discovered that they could use the world's favorite mode of communication to get the customers buzzing about a new product or service. Advertising on the radio appeared in America much earlier than it did in UK and other parts of the world. By the early 1940s, radio advertising was already a deeply ingrained part of American culture. So America has started using the radio advertising much earlier than other parts in the world. The first radio ad in UK didn't appear until 1973. Next slide, Kanishka. First ever radio ad. The first recognized form of radio advertisement come early in 1922 when AT&T began to sell toll broadcasting opportunities in which businesses having their brand mentioned on their ad. Later that year, New York radio station WEAF was the first station to run an official paid advertisement. These form of radio advertising become more and more popular, leading stations into the golden age of radio. Its first radio commercial broadcast on August 22nd, 1922. It was a 15-minute real estate ad offering apartments in Jackson Heights, Queens. But of radio advertisement was slow, as broadcaster did not want to offend listeners for having their broadcast interrupted. I would like to call up Kanishka for the further explanation.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kanishka and I will be explaining various forms of radio advertisement. The first one is public service advertisement. These ads are Janhit Majari ads which are done by government body or some NGOs for public welfare. For example, if you're making an ad on topics such as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, or an example that I would like to give is the ad that was done by Amitabh Bachchan on COVID precautions, which we could hear on our phone calls, on radio, everywhere. That was a PSA ad. The next one is commercial advertisement. These are some types of commercial advertisement. The first one is a straight commercial. Straight commercial is the one that uses sound effect to arrest and hold the attention of listeners and describing the product's features and merits. I'd like to share an example.
See the bold new expression of sporty style. Hear the amazing quietness of a truly luxurious cabin. Feel the exceptional horsepower and amazing torque, and experience greater acceleration than ever before. Behold, the most powerful sedan in its class. The new Toyota Camry. Real power, absolute performance. Discover the new Camry at toyota.com.my. See the bold new expression of sporty style.
This was a straight commercial ad by Toyota. We could hear the background sound from which we could identify that it was an ad for a car. And the next one is dialogue commercial. It is a kind of testimonial advertising. This advertisement message is conveyed by presenting a film star, sport person, or a VIP. And I'd like to share another example for this one.
I slept on the floor the second night next to the sliding glass door, in my bedroom so I could maybe get a whisper of a little breeze or air that came by. So I'm laying there on the floor all night long, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is like tossing and turning. And I'm like, geez, this is horrible. I go to sit up, and I was like, oh, man, after a night on the floor, Frank, I thought I was going to need a Dr. Josh from San Diego Spine and Wellness to get me back into shape. Those guys do a great job over there. I know from tons of friends who have used them. I'm like, Dr. Josh, where are you? And I'm like, oh, my God, I felt like an old man, Frank.
No, you actually felt like when you first started in radio and you had to sleep on the floor.
I
think oh, man. But, hey, Frank Cipolla, thank you very much.
This was an ad by San Diego Spine and Sports Wellness in an interview in a commercial where the celebrity was talking about their mattresses. Next one is dramatized commercial. A dramatized commercial is the one where a problem situation is dramatized and the product is introduced as the savior for the solution, and humor is used in such dramatization to keep the listeners interested. Here's an example for that.
Missing persons.
Missing persons?
Missing persons.
My wife is missing.
Your wife is missing?
My wife is missing.
When did you last see her?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Where's your TV, sir?
The bedroom.
Have you looked in the bedroom, sir?
No.
She's probably watching Matlock.
Matlock is on at 4 o'clock?
Every weekday at 4 on Channel 2. Go check your bedroom, sir. I'll wait.
Okay. Hello?
I'm here.
She's watching Matlock.
I thought so.
I didn't know Matlock was on at 4 o'clock.
Every weekday at 4 on Channel 2.
She really likes Andy Griffith.
Of course she does.
She must be so engrossed by Matlock she forgot to tell me where she was.
Tell her I understand.
Okay, I'll be right back.
No, I didn't mean no. Sir?
Matlock, every weekday at 4 on Channel 2.
I slept on the floor
because there's nothing
next to the sliding glass door in my bed.
This was an ad by Matlock promoting their show. And the next one is integrated commercial. An integrated commercial is the one where a film star or a player or a VIP or even the user of the product conducts the program. The same, I would like to give the example of the PSA ad where I said Amitabh Bachchan did the ad. It's the same example for integrated commercial as well. These are some most effective forms of radio advertisements. The first one is live read. A live read in the live read commercial, read in real time online by the radio announcer. This type of advertisement is more effective with a really popular on-air host because the advertisers hope that the host voice will carry extra weight with the show's audience. These types of advertisement we usually see on radio or even on TV where the host promotes the brand. Next one is sponsorship. Many radio stations implement sponsorship for certain types of radio segments such as traffic, weather report, or any type of show that is happening. It generally sounds like today's weather report is brought to you by Nestle. So we can identify that Nestle is the sponsor of the show. The next one is produce spot. A produce spot can either be a straight read of your advertising message or it read that incorporate multiple voices such as jingles, short catchy songs that hold the attention of the people, and it can be placed anywhere between the show. And next slide is, these are some leading radio advertising agencies in India. The first one is Rare Devs Innovation. It was founded in the year 2014. It's located in Ahmedabad, India, and has some major clients like Nature Nuskha, Quadro, and Luxury Bricks. The next one is Cloud Story Private Limited. It was established in 2015 and it's located in Bangalore, India. And the last one is Grand Creation Private Limited. It was founded in the year 2017 and it's located in Ahmedabad, India, with some major clients like Government of Gujarat, AJ Electronics, and Santosh Tat. The next slide will be explained by Prathamesh Jadhav.
Thank you, Kanishka. Here I'm Here I'm explaining the pricing of radio advertising. FM radio advertising costing vary rupees from 50 per second and higher rupees 2,500 per second. It means the radio advertising cost varies rupees 50 rupees per second to as high as rupees 2500 per 10 second. It depends on the number of listeners and the brand which are at play. The radio advertisement depend on the number of listeners, time, brand and which are at play. Examples are the FM radio station in metro like Metro Mirchi Delhi, Red FM Mumbai, Radio Fever Mumbai, Radio Indigo Bangalore, Radio City Hyderabad, Radio 1 Pune, Radio Suryan, FM Chennai are few most popular FM station in India both for listeners as well as advertising. The next one is the radio FM station decide the rates as per the standard rate card. Depends on the volume of campaign. Next one is discount allow after checking the advertising. The radio station allowed to discount the advertising before the checking their advertising and then allowed to discount to them. The next one is online medium provides the best radio advertising to website. The as well as online mode also advertise the radio advertisement to the on their website. Next slide. Ishka. Thank you. Suitability. First point is helps in picturize the mind of listeners. Radio make pictures while listening the commentary of cricket match or Republic Day on period of radio. You visualize those scenes all in your mind along with the hearing. You use imagination skills to recreate this visually in your mind. Next point is promote the transfer of the information. The speed of radio transmitting fastest medium. It is insane. As things happen in studio or studio outside the studio, message can be sent or broadcast. The message can be picked by anyone who has the radio set or receiver which has tuned into the radio station. Next one is simplicity. The simplicity of radio, it needs very simple equipments or technology. Next one is portable receiver. The the radio receiver is a portable. Radio is portable. It can be work from anywhere. It no need to power supply. The radio advertisement no need to power supply. Radio can be work even on the dry battery cells also. It's easy to operate. Radio can be operated anyone. It easy to operate for anywhere and anyone. Next slide.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Good morning, everyone. I will be explaining further about benefits and limitations of radio. Affordability. To make a dent in radio, you typically buy a package that runs for at least a month. The cost of ad spots and packages varies greatly by location. Relative to television and other media used to reach a large audience, radio is cost efficient. Next is wide reach and audience targeting. The ability to schedule ad spots throughout the week at various times of day allows for local ability to advertising regionally and nationally enhances the reach for companies with broader geographic offering. Next is timely message delivery. Placement flexibility is an advantage of radio. You can have a message produced and presented to a market within a few decisions to buy. Next is limitations, poor attentiveness and fragmentation. Among the disadvantage of radio advertising, a primary drawback is that people listening to it are often engaged in other activities. Therefore, you don't normally get the same level attention with your ad as you might through other social media. Next is lack of visual appeal. Whereas television, the other prominent broadcast medium, has multi-sensory appeal, radio can only impact your audience through. Next is complex national buying process. Buying radio advertising for regional or national campaigns get a bit chaotic. Therefore, therefore, National advertisers have to buy spots through multi-regional station. Next slide. Next is metric of performance. Increased search volume. If a radio ad has an effect on your consumers, then you can expect to see an increase in search volume around certain keywords from your ad. Next is increased site traffic. Along with a higher search volume, you should also see increased traffic on your company's website. Next is higher quality traffic. As more visitors come to your site because of your ad, you'll likely see a corresponding decrease in bounce rate. Since this new visitors comes with high interest and or purchase with intent. Next is increased site visit to conversion rate. Ultimately, you'll likely see more visitors become leads and eventually paying customers. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you, guys.